My children believe they are doing the right thing. They think love is about safety, about protecting me from my own dreams. An hour ago, they left my house after what they called an intervention. They gave me a choice, not with words, with paper. In my left hand, I hold my life's great what if, a sketchbook I started with my late husband 40 years ago. It's filled with drawings of the cracked mug, a little café by the sea we always swore we would open one day. It has my life savings tucked inside its pages, enough to finally make it real. This is my one final chance to build something that is just for me, to chase my dream. In my right hand, I hold their vision for my future. A glossy brochure for The Willows, a high-end retirement community. Safe, quiet, predictable. It is the sensible choice, they said. A way to secure their future by ensuring mine is managed. They believe this is an act of love. They don't understand it is an act of erasure. My dream or their inheritance? I have to decide by morning. To understand their fear, you have to understand the café. It wasn't just a fantasy. It was Robert's and my anchor. When he was alive, every spare moment was spent on it. We'd sit at this very kitchen table, him sketching floor plans on napkins, me calculating food costs and profit margins. He had the vision, I had the practical mind. "You're the foundation, Ellie," he used to say. "I can build anything as long as I know you're making sure the walls won't fall down." He believed in me more than I believed in myself. After he passed, I put the sketchbook away. It was too painful. It felt like a dream that had died with him. The world became smaller, quieter, safer. My children liked it that way. But grief, I've learned, isn't a permanent state. It's a season. And this spring, for the first time in years, I felt a thaw. I took out the sketchbook. I found a small foreclosed property by the coast, the one we always talked about. Perfect. The numbers worked. Barely. It would take everything I had, every penny Robert and I saved. It was a risk, a monumental one, but the thought of it, the smell of coffee and the salt air, the sound of people laughing, the simple joy of serving someone a warm croissant, it felt more real, more alive than anything I had felt in years. So I told them. I thought they would be happy for me. They arrived last night, both of them, Mark and Clara. They didn't bring flowers or wine. They brought a binder filled with spreadsheets. "Mom, we've been worried," Mark started, his voice dripping with that practiced concern of a man about to deliver bad news. Clara, always more direct, laid the brochure for The Willows on the table next to my sketchbook. "We looked into it. It's a fantastic investment. Your property value is guaranteed to increase. It's safe. It's secure. Think of the equity you'd be preserving for us, for the grandchildren." They didn't ask about the café. They didn't ask about my dream. They called it a sentimental project, a risky venture for someone your age. They showed me charts about the failure rate of small businesses. They spoke of my cognitive decline, my emotional decision-making. Every argument was couched in love. but every word felt like a nail in the coffin of the woman I wanted to be. It's for your own good, Mom. We just don't want to see you lose everything Dad left you. He meant everything Dad left them. The air grew thick with unspoken truths. They didn't see a woman trying to build something new. They saw a dragon guarding a treasure they already considered theirs. And that's when I understood. This isn't about my safety. It's about their fear. Fear of losing the inheritance. Fear of a mother who refuses to fade quietly into the background. A mother who still dares to dream. I know this isn't just about the café. It's about life unlived. And I don't know if I have the strength to refuse them, not because they are right, but because I love them.
But then I think of Clara, my daughter, the one who called my dream a sentimental project. I remember when she was 16, heartbroken over her first love. She cried in my arms for 3 days. She said she would never love again, never build anything beautiful because everything eventually breaks. So I took out this very sketchbook, not the cafe drawings, but the pages in the back. I drew her a picture of a kintsugi bowl, that Japanese art of repairing broken pottery with gold. You see, darling, I told her, something can be broken and still be beautiful. Sometimes it's even more beautiful because it was broken. The gold isn't hiding the cracks, it's celebrating them. It's proof that it survived. She kept that drawing. It's still pinned to the corkboard in her home office. The same office where she printed out the spreadsheets about my cognitive decline. Does she remember the gold, or does she only see the cracks now? If I pursue my dream and fail, if I lose everything, I'm not just proving her right. I'm telling that 16-year-old girl that she was right all along, that some things once broken can't be fixed. And that is a terrible, terrible lesson for a mother to teach her child. And Mark, my sensible, worried son, it's easy to see him as the villain in this story, the one who measured my dream in profit and loss. But where did he learn that? Who taught him that a person's worth is tied to their equity, to what they can preserve and pass down? I did. Robert and I, we worked so hard. We sacrificed so much. We were the generation that equated love with financial security. We gave them everything we never had. But maybe in the process, we forgot to give them the one thing we did have, the courage to risk it all for a passion. We built them a beautiful, safe cage and told them it was a kingdom. Now he's just trying to put me in one too. He's not being cruel. He is being my son. He's being what I trained him to be. How can I punish him for learning his lessons too well? The most cutting part is their innocence. I truly believe they think they are saving me from risk, saving me from disappointment, saving me from myself. They don't see that they are saving me from the last true, vital part of my life. When Robert was dying in this very house, his last weeks were not about clinging to security. They were about drawing. He would sit in his chair by the window, too weak to hold the pen properly, and draw the sign for the cracked mug. He designed the menus. He chose the name for our signature coffee blend. His last coherent words to me were not, "I love you." They were, "Ellie, promise me you'll use the good cups." He wasn't afraid of dying. He was afraid of a life unlived. And my children, in their loving, terrified, misguided way, they are offering me just that. a safe, quiet, comfortable life unlived, and I don't know if I have the strength to refuse them. Not because they are right, but because I love them.
So now you see it, the full picture, the history of the dream, and the architecture of their fear. The choice isn't just about a café or a retirement home. It's about what kind of woman I will be in the last chapter of my life. What kind of mother? What kind of widow? If I choose the dream, I can already see it. The contractors, the permits, the 14-hour days covered in drywall dust, the constant gnawing fear of failure. I see my children's faces at Sunday dinners, their loving concern curdling into pity, then resentment. I hear Mark on the phone with Clara. Is she still throwing money at that little project of hers? They will be waiting for me to fail. And if I do, if the business folds after a year, I won't just lose my savings. I will lose their respect forever. I will have proven them right. I will become the foolish, sentimental old woman they always believed I was. I will spend my final years living on their charity, a permanent resident in their house of smug, silent I told you so's. And if I choose their future for me, I can see that too, with even greater clarity. The moving truck arrives on a Tuesday, the quiet hum of the willows, the polite professional staff who call me dear, the watercolor classes at 10 and the bridge club at 2, my days neatly scheduled into oblivion. I will be safe. My assets will be secure, growing steadily, preserving the inheritance. My children will visit on holidays, relieved. They'll bring me flowers and tell their friends how well their mother is doing, how sensible she was to make the right choice. They will love me for my prudence. They will praise me for my sacrifice. And every morning, for the rest of my life, I will wake up in a room that is not my own, drink coffee from a cup that is not mine, and stare out at a perfectly manicured lawn, and I will wonder what the sea smells like today. I will have secured their future, but I will have betrayed the men I loved and the promise I made to myself. This sketchbook is the ghost of the woman I wanted to be. This brochure is the blueprint for the woman they want me to become. One is the terror of risk. The other is the certainty of regret. My late husband was a builder. He believed in taking chances. My children are managers. They believe in mitigating loss. The sun is rising. My children are waiting for a phone call, and I am sitting here with 2 futures in my hands. So tell me, the dream or their inheritance, what would a good mother do?